This is assignment for sharing my faith. So on the 10th of May, I went to a coffee morning, which is held at one of my placements, Christ the King, which is also my home church. We hold a coffee morning every Friday from 9 to 11 for parents and families to come and let their kids kind of run around, which was really good. So I spent the first hour or so just doing my job, playing with the kids, and getting around to some of the families. But then I sat down with a lady called Sarah, and she's got 2 little boys, which is really nice. But then I kind of just generally started the conversation with sort of asking how they're doing, how they're getting on. Our eldest has no longer started school, so generally asked sort of how is he getting on, how is he doing, yeah, which was really nice. But then sort of slowly kind of worked my way into sort of like sharing my faith. I kind of sort of said, oh, like, I noticed you guys were at church on Sunday. And then I kind of started like sharing like my story, a bit of my testimony, how I came to God, sort of how long I've been coming to our church for, which was really good. But then sort of asked her, like, oh, how long have you been coming? I noticed you brought the boys to Sunday school. I hadn't really seen you for a while, which is really good. She kind of sort of said, which really surprised me, and it's actually a really good thing, she sort of said that, yeah, we were there on Sunday. We don't come every Sunday, it just depends on what the boys want. If the boys don't want to come, then either her or her partner will come on their own, or they might not come at all. It just depends. But she sort of said as well that she doesn't force being a Christian on her boys, because that's how she was brought up. She was brought up very much with the fact that her mum and dad were Christians, so you have to as well. She didn't have a choice in it. I had to go to church every Sunday. I had to constantly be reading the Bible. So she always said that if I ever have a family and have kids of my own, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm not going to force the Bible on them, because she really struggled when she was younger to do that and to kind of like be able to focus really. So that's what she's doing. So I'm not going to force that on my kids, which is really, really good. So yeah, it's really, really nice. But then kind of the fact that like she was coming there, she's really liking like our other services we do. We hold 2 types of church services. So one is kind of quite, I don't really want to say normal, but sort of, you know, you kind of stood, the kids go up to like Sunday school, but then every 3rd Sunday of every month we hold what's called a cafe church service. So there's loads of tables, there's cakes, sausage baps, and the kids just kind of have free reign to sort of run around if they want to go sit down on the rainbow mat that we have up the front. But she definitely prefers coming to those services, so then it's not so kind of, the boys kind of have that free reign a little bit more and get to kind of, they all get to sit at the front and there's food to keep them quiet, I suppose, which is really nice. But yeah, I had a really nice conversation with her. It was only about, I want to say 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, because obviously she'd have her youngest boy with her. But yeah, it was really, really nice. And I kind of did get around to speaking to like a couple of other people, but she kind of really stood out to me in the fact that, sure, they kind of take time once a week to sit down as a family, come together to worship and praise God. And it was just amazing to hear that. And they've all got their own like Bible. Obviously her two kids have got kind of kid-friendly Bibles, which again was amazing to hear. Oh yeah, that's amazing to hear. But it was really nice. They kind of, even though they're only, they're quite young, her two kids, but she still gives them that option to speak, and even though they don't understand what prayer is, but she'll still ask them, so what do you guys want to pray for? And it's really nice. I think what I'm taking from is that it's okay to step out and talk about your faith. It's okay to do that. And I'm definitely going to take some of my youth out potentially to, again, step out. So it's really good.